The nerve of some of these females to get on a panel full of men and ask for their perspective and then turn around and tell them black men can't tell black women anything. Like, the fact that no one can tell you anything is the reason why we need a panel in the first place. That's gonna start coming to an end when you start seeing that 15% of black men that swirl out move to 50%. It's like they'll sit there and talk about, well, the problems with black women, but yet they want to talk about, well, what black men are doing. It's like, unless you being raped, everything is your fault, man. And you're rocking with Lola, as always, give me a thumbs up, like, share this video with the world. I want to come to you guys today just to kind of share my thoughts on some of the conversation that's been had between black men and black women over what's considered BFF. If you don't know what that is, you know, it's black female effery or whatever, and black male effery, whatever, but mainly black female effery. The nerve of some of these females to get on a panel full of men and ask for their perspective and then turn around and tell them black men can't tell black women anything. I really don't understand on what premise do you even ask a man to come to your panel and speak if you know he can tell you nothing. Like, the fact that no one can tell you anything is the reason why we need a panel in the first place. Black women cannot be told anything, whether it's for their good or not, which is the reason why we even have panels in the first place. But yet when people impart their time on you to give you game, to help you out as a woman, as women, you want to talk to them like you're beneath me. I don't need your advice. I don't need you to tell me anything, suggest anything, nothing, because I'm just here basically to run my mouth. And you wonder why men don't have no respect for women and don't feel women really have a place at any table and only should be told what to do as children, because nothing else happens and nothing else can work with them but that. You wonder why they have these feelings towards women, which honestly they really should. Like, seriously, I heard conversations where women were literally given excuses like men shouldn't police women's vaginas, despite the fact that no one's forcing women to do anything. Somehow black men are policing their vaginas by saying you shouldn't walk around being a slut, sleeping with any and everybody that asks you to do so. Like, somehow they're policing your vagina instead of telling you what you should do to help you in the future. Then it was people that were saying, well, you know, black men don't have the moral capital, basically, to tell black women what to do. Let me get this straight. Statistics, receipts, numbers, facts show that black men marry at a higher rate than black women, significantly. The facts and the numbers show that there is a higher percentage of single black mothers than there are of single black fathers. Now, you do the math on how is it that there are more single black mothers than there are single black fathers. At 85% and above the rate, like we're almost at 100% rate where children born to black women, not black men, but black women will be from a single parent household. And every study has showed that single parent rearing of children is at the bottom of all problems that plague the black community. Every last one of them. From the criminal justice system to the wealth gap, period. Like, every last one of them. But somehow when men get on a panel or in your spaces at all and want to tell you about something that's going to benefit you, you have the audacity to sit there and tell a man he can't tell you anything, yet you want him to continue wasting his time on you. Let me tell you something. Nobody have time to keep going back and forth with somebody that can't be told anything. This is why in society we don't allow rapists to define rape. Okay, we define what rape is, and we let people know what time it is and what time it isn't. And if they fall into it, they know what time it is and what time it isn't. We do not go back and forth about that. And it's the same thing here. Black men are supposed to give the community structure, rules, regulations, guidelines that you do not cross. Yet somehow the fact that they can't force you to do it means that you don't have no integrity about yourself to allow a black man to tell you, listen, the guideline is this. You don't make this mistake ever. You can do this, but this mistake you can't afford to make because of the circumstances. Like when black men are giving you the guidelines to how to live your life so that you can be successful, because as we know, a man that's outside your father giving you game on how to really live for real, is not helping him. It is not putting money in his pocket. It's not helping him as a black man or black men. Black men have their choice of women, and we all know that. And everyone that has choices operates from a position of having choices. Even us women who know that we have choices in men, we operate like we got choices. No one's going to tell us anything else other than the fact, yeah, we got choices. Act up if you want to. I got choices. That's how it is, period, in life. So the fact that you thinking that you're going to keep coming to men, keep asking for their opinion, and then telling them their opinion in so many different ways is not valued. Yet you want to complain about what the little bit of men you keep having these kids with are and are not doing. That's going to start coming to an end when you start seeing that 15% of black men that swirl out move to 50%. And then those mulattoes that you love to hate on because they're taking your spaces, they're becoming the norm, they're becoming the preferred race, then you're going to start having real problems. Because right now, mulattoes is not really a big thing, but they have a big impact. Imagine when 50% of black men are swirling out, creating mulattoes because all they really want is peace. Literally, like that's all they want is peace. I mean, like you would think that as successful as any man is, all he needs you to do, all he wants you to do is look like a woman, sound like a woman, know how to cook since you know how to eat, and listen like to things that he's telling you for your benefit so that you can succeed. That's the only thing he comes to the table asking you to do. But somehow the certified men in your community that are married, that have families, that have built things, can't eat those men, not, the throwaway men in every community. Those men come to panels speaking to you on how to improve your life as a woman, how the community can start building back, like on a major scale, and you have the audacity to sit there and tell these men, black men don't have the capital, the moral capital, to tell you what to do. Meanwhile, no black man has ever lied to a child about who their mother or who their father is. Black men are not out here tricking black women into having children with them. Okay, black men are not out here like just doing some of this, the insanity and the sadistic things that women are out here doing. Tell me the last time you heard of a black man leaving an infant in an alley. I'll wait. But somehow you cannot be told what to do. Let me tell you something. At some point, there's a little bit of women out here, black women, that understand that they need to listen to their men and they need to take heed, because times are going to start shifting. And when times shift, it's not going to shift for the positive. And if you get left behind, that's exactly what happens. You're getting left behind. No one will care about the fact that you will be 60 and alone. You might even be 30 and alone, 90 and alone. I don't care. Once, like, I got my man, period. Like, I don't have no problems with my man, like, at all. My man can't cheat on me, like, because I don't fight his nature, like, in terms of what he wants to do as a man. In no way, shape, form, or fashion. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying I'm perfect. But at the end of the day, I am willing to listen to my man and take his advice. And not even just take his advice. If he says, listen, I want you to do X, that's exactly what I'm going to do. You know why? Because he's my man. I picked him. I picked him because he's smart. I picked him because he's a leader, and I want to be led someplace that's successful for me. At the end of the day, it's all about me, period. He's doing what he's doing to help me, because if he didn't have me and whoever else to deal with, he would be straight. You ever think about the fact that men would be better off if they wasn't trying to impress you, if they didn't need to spend money on you, how far they would get? I'm just saying, okay? I'm just saying. I'm really tired of some of these females that look very feminine on the surface getting on YouTube, sitting here trying to have these quote unquote conversations about the problems between black men and black women, but truth be told, they low key feminists. They low key hate men. Period. Like, I'm not even gonna call any names out, but you know them when you hear them. It's like they'll sit there and talk about, well, the problems with the black women, but yet they want to talk about, well, what black men are doing. It's like, unless you being raped, everything is your fault, man. Everything. The fact that you allowed a man to put his penis in you with a disease is your fault. The fact that you allowed him to not wear a condom is your fault, period. Because men don't want to wear condoms and feel better without condoms. Like, everybody know that. But the fact that you allowed it and you wasn't raped, you're the problem, not him. Like, seriously, the fact that your fathers are not there to school you on what to do with your vagina is the problem that your mother created for you, period, by not choosing the right man, by not staying with the right man. Because a lot of these females left the relationship and couldn't sit and foresee that, listen, at 40 and 50, ain't nobody checking for me after a while. That's just the reality. No, that we know what that is, and we know the era of people that came from. So let's stop sitting here trying to pretend that, oh, now we on some old, let's rebuild the community. A lot of us are not on some stuff about rebuilding the community, trying to have a conversation with black men. There is no conversation, period. If you're not willing to be told what to do, there is no conversation. There is no helping the black community. There's no helping black children when no one can tell them to sit down and be quiet. There was a time before I met my consort that I wanted to get a man that I wanted, a specific type. And the specific type that I wanted was a man that was within 10 years of my age with children. That's what I wanted. A single black man with kids. Do you understand? I worked in a place in which everybody in my state had to come through at some point in time, every so often, every couple years. Don't want to give my little location down. So I seen many black men, okay? Many black men. I couldn't find nobody. None. And I was asking, and I have never had a problem pulling men. Maybe keeping them, because yeah, I had some problems. I'm a recovering masculine woman. Okay, like I've had some problems, but I've never had a problem pulling men. And when I went to look for a single black man with kids, I couldn't find it. I was finding millionaires, thousandaires, billionaires that either had kids and they was grown, or didn't have no kids and wanted to start a family. And I'm like, I got small. Like, well, I need somebody with some kids, because I need somebody that know, the life, that's used to being a father, that can, give me advice on like kids and stuff, because, that's what I need. Couldn't find it. I was finding dudes that was hardly employed, but they were happily in relationships with kids, like married men with kids, I couldn't find single black men with kids to save my life, literally. Okay, couldn't do it. Just didn't exist. And I mean, I'm sitting here literally asking, finding myself saying, so what's your name? Really trying to like actually push up on dudes just to find out, got any kids? How old are you? You look like you around my age. Got any kids? Or something. Like, no. All of them had a circumstance in which it was just extremely ideal. But in my case, I'm like, okay, I need somebody that's like I just need somebody that got some kids. I need a baby daddy. Is any baby daddies? Any baby daddies? Couldn't find no baby daddies. But somehow you want to talk about the moral stick of men. Like saying that they don't know how to, they're not sexually disciplined is what I heard on one panel. As in why black men can't tell black women anything. The nerve of you females. It's nothing womanly about you. The nerve of you females talking about the morality of black men. Okay. I'm not going to stay here because my blood get hot talking about it, because I was sitting listening, literally boiling, No one will respect black women listening to these pseudo feminists calling themselves, trying to stick up for the black community. Like, I was done. I'm sorry. I was just done. And I'm going to be done with this conversation too. Like, I have other interests other than, like, the issues that go on between black men and black women, to which I will speak to. But honestly, at this point, there's no saving black women. It isn't. The only thing you can do as an individual woman, is just state your course. Like, black men don't require much. So the rest of you that's out there that feel like, well, black men can't tell me nothing, hey, you can exit the conversation now. At the end of the day, men don't ask for much. They really don't. And it might seem very minuscule what they ask for, because it doesn't, like, you don't have to be rich or poor to basically fit in it. But it's very significant. For the rest of you, okay, that actually have a head on your shoulders, keep doing what you're doing. If your man got something to say, listen to him. He is the leader for a reason. You do not get paid, as you know, to be everything and wear every hat. Let him wear all them hats if he can do it, because that's his job to do. Some of us, we need to be told several times because, we thinking oranges and they speaking apples. But if you don't understand, real women understand how to ask a question without coming off aggressive, like you trying to tell him what to do on some stuff like, what do you mean, Look, you want to be aggressive? Go find yourself another female to be aggressive with. That's what you need to do, okay? Get on that gay stuff. Go be gay. Yes, I am saying you need to go be gay. You do not need a beta male, because all that's going to do is make you turn to the alpha males and try to, infiltrate them with your effery. And then now they have cold hearts towards everybody, making them go MGTOW. No, go get yourself a female and stay over there on that train, okay? Matter of fact, all y'all get together, move to Let's Go Island, and do what you need to do and be strong black women, strong white women, whatever woman you is over there. But until then, the rest of us know what time it is, and we're going to be successful because of that. So I'm not going to keep y'all, but I just wanted to come in and say to the rest of you females that's out here acting like that, like wasting men's time, the nerve of y'all. Peace. I'll see y'all later. Bye.